Vernon BryantStaff photographer Dallas Cowboys outside linebacker Kyle Wilber 51, Dallas Cowboys Lewis Neal, Dallas Cowboys outside linebacker Damian Wilson 57 tackle Los Angeles Rams running back Todd Gurley 30 during the first half of play in a preseason game between the Dallas Cowboys and Los Angeles Rams at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California on Saturday, August 12, 2017. Vernon Bryant. The Dallas Morning News. David Moore, Cowboys beat writer for SportsDate.com, and the Dallas Morning News joined the Hardline on KTCK-FM 96.7 AM 1310 The Ticket on Friday. Here are some highlights. The Rams are probably using this game as a measuring stick for themselves, right? They're 21, they've already lost to an NFC East team in Washington. In fact, it's a Washington team that really ran the ball. And this isn't necessarily a Washington team that's built to run the ball, which shows you the best way to attack the Rams' defense. They make a lot of plays, but they're switching from that 43-34 under Wade Phillips, and I think there's some transition issues, especially in the run game early. A very impressive team early in the season, but every year there are several teams you point to in the first 3 to 4 weeks and say, wow, that team's really surprising. I wonder how good they're going to be this year. And then you look up at the end, and they're 610 or 511. The Rams are the highest scoring team in the league. Don't take anything away from that, but will that be the case at the end of the season, or is that from the fact that the schedule allowed them to hang over 40 on Indianapolis and San Francisco in the first 3 weeks? This is going on the road against a Dallas team. Having a good game or beating Dallas on the road would certainly be a good sign going forward. What do you think of the resurgence of the running back here in the NFL? The Cowboys loved Todd Gurley when he came out a few years ago. Even with the knee injury, they felt he was going to come back from that. Just the size and the speed combination sets him apart from others at that position. Dallas would love to have gotten him a couple of years ago, but it didn't work out that way. I think there are a few more backs in the league, but I don't know how many teams will be completely able to utilize their abilities unless offensive line play improves across the league. You hear people and scouts across the league lamenting the fact that not many college programs run the ball anymore, so your offensive linemen aren't built to run the ball. All these things tend to go in cycles, but I think in a lot of ways, it's a dearth of run-grading linemen in the league than a lack of backs. How would you rank the Rams' offensive line? They've certainly had some success here early. They're doing a good job of running the ball. They've done a pretty good job of protecting Rams quarterback Jared Goff. I think they have a good, solid offensive line. Certainly not at the level of a Dallas or an Oakland, but once you get past Dallas and Oakland, how many teams have a good offensive line? Even some of the best teams in the league have a horrible offensive line. Look at Seattle. I'm not so sure, if you give this offensive line to Seattle, that they aren't back where they were a few years ago. The Rams will try to stop Ezekiel Elliott from running down their throats for 4 quarters. They'll load up on first down. I think Elliott's averaging 2 yards less on first down this season than he was last season. That's the other thing. From a Dallas perspective, they haven't been in a position to follow the same blueprint they had from a year ago. That's been a big emphasis by Jason Garrett this week. We've got to get back to fast starts. We've got to get up and running. That's a big part of our identity. Just not running the ball, but to run the ball the way we want. We have to do it from the start of the game. I think that, if they don't run the ball well this game, all the red flags and concerns people have about this offense are valid. Was going to be out this game, that we know if they're all listed as questionable. I would be surprised if Sean Lee is going to play. I just think that hamstring injury is very problematic if he gets on the field. The other one is Josh Green. He showed up at the start today and had significant hip tightness, did not practice. They gave him treatment, and they don't know if he's going to be able to play. If he didn't, you'd have to go with Jonathan Cooper. Justin Durant would step in if Lee couldn't go.